Is it money that's destroying the NBA, or is it the players? And why do fans always have to pay for everything? The bigger the revenue, the more money that the players make, and more money equals more deals. But has it been good for the league or the players? Because it sure hasn't been good for the fans. The players has been criticized for sitting out games where fans spent hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars to watch their favorite team or superstar, while the players are still getting paid. It leaves a sour taste in the fans' mouth. Fans is losing out on that money that they pay to come and see them. So if the NBA player is still getting paid, what incentive does that give for them to actually play if they're still getting paid millions of dollars? I'm gonna break down 3 different reasons how money is ruining the NBA. Just look at the All-Star game. Players used to want to play against the best players.
Can't beat it, baby.
Now it's like a layup line. Their excuse is they want to prevent injuries. When has anyone got injured in an All-Star game? Only Kobe Bryant when Dwayne Wade bust his nose. But I mean, that stuff happened, but it wasn't nothing major at all. So I don't know where they're getting that excuse from. And Edwards said that nobody cared to be there. I think if they had the money on the line, the players would probably play more. But why do you have to give them more money? They're already getting paid so much. An All-Star game, they should want to play against the best players in the world. I just don't understand these guys. Y'all hoop it is summer for free. And the All-Star game, when people is paying money to see y'all don't want to play. That is so crazy to me. So yes, I do think too much money is ruining the NBA. Too much money. Look at Ben Simmons. Apparently, they can sit out and still get paid millions of dollars. So how did the contracts play a factor in all of this? I know you see stars chasing different deals and different contracts. Some of them play hard for the contract year, and when they do get the contract, they just look like they lose all their talent.
I got it. I got his talent.
Recently, we have seen huge deals such as Jaylen Brown and Anthony Davis. I'm interested to see how Jaylen Brown's contract will affect the Boston Celtics and keeping that core together. Jaylen Brown has one of the richest contracts today, and Anthony Davis beat him out by getting a bigger deal. I don't know how the Lakers felt so comfortable giving him all that money, knowing his injury history. That is crazy. LeBron also chases mega deals. What LeBron does, he goes for like really short contract. That makes him get paid a lot more because he's not locked in for a long time. What he does is uses his leverage. He gets paid more doing those little short contracts. Everybody can't do that. Just ask Dennis Schroeder. Contracts came a long way from where it started. 75 years ago, the NBA salary cap was $55,000. And the average player's salary was around $4,000 to $5,000. Today, the salary cap is $112 million. That's a huge jump. And the average player's salary is around 9.7. The NBA, those players are really making some money. We've also seen players stay in the losing situation because they're getting paid crazy money to stay on these teams even though they're losing. So there's no real incentive to even want to win because they're gonna pay you anyways. All these big contracts doesn't guarantee that these players have any loyalty to these teams. They're just there for the bag. As of recent, look at Kyle Kuzma. The Wizards suck. But this dude just signed a contract to stay there, stating that he wants to build something. Build what? A ton of bricks? Bradley Beal did the same thing and he ended up leaving that place. Like, dude, sooner or later, y'all gonna want to win. That's a lot of money. So is it loyalty or they just chasing a bag? I think they're just chasing a bag. Another reason money is ruining the NBA is because of endorsement contract. And it all started with Michael Jordan. Endorsement impact on the NBA have made NBA players richer than ever. It started with Michael Jordan shifting the culture with Nike earning $2.5 million. It opened the doors for players to earn more money with partnerships. With these huge endorsement contracts, of course, some players are going to lose focus and their priorities are going to change. Some of them are getting paid way more with these endorsement contracts than when they're actually playing. Contracts such as James Harden getting paid $200 million for like over a 10-year span, that is crazy money for somebody to just be making all that money just off of some shoes. But LeBron James has Nike, Steph Curry has Under Armour, and also have lucrative deals outside the NBA, which help with their global reach. With the players making all of this money, they're opening up more business ventures that increase generational wealth. Players are not as focused on a game as they used to. We got so many things, social media, all these endorsement deals, all kind of stuff. Some of them, the last thing they're even thinking about is playing basketball. Some of them just want to walk through the tunnel and put on some drip. And y'all know who I'm talking about. Oh my God. But you know what's impressive? LeBron, Steph Curry, and KD and those guys, they stay dedicated to the game. So, I mean, everybody are not like those guys. And yeah, those guys still keep basketball as a #1 priority. Balancing on-court performance and their off-court marketability, endorsements can impact a player contract negotiations and a team roster decisions, which isn't always a bad thing. But I'm gonna tell you, look, all this money that's circling around can really change the dynamics of a team. It could be a good or it could be a bad thing. The incentive that the NBA created for players achieving certain milestones, some of those incentives are also in players' contract, which is called performance incentive, such as making an all-star team, MVP, all NBA's first team. It helps players get some more money. I think money had a positive impact for the in-season tournament that we saw recently. The Lakers won. Oh, those players on the two-way contract get some money in their pocket by getting $500K. So that's pretty cool. One of the major things that's really hurting the NBA is this: gambling. Remember that story about Tim Donaghy and the referees and how they was betting on games for the mafia? I think that still leaves a huge stain on the NBA. Even after watching some of those games in the past and these questionable calls, I highly doubt that he's lying about the whole thing. Because even today, how these referees be calling some of these games, there is no way some of them are not betting on these games, because the NBA's reputation has been stained ever since. Now the NBA has gotten into more sports betting with several partnerships with FanDuel and DraftKings as official sponsors. So with this, the NBA is trying to re-engage fans to take part in the game. It increased more demand for the NBA, which is more money. Is it really working? To me, the integrity of the game is slipping. How can we possibly trust these guys are calling in games and this thing is not scripted? Because they getting a piece of the pie any way you put it, and the only people that are losing out is the fans. Let me know if I'm wrong, but that's how I'm feeling. Why would we think that most of these games are even called fairly? But the one thing that nobody, when I tell you nobody, is mentioning is these TV deals. These TV deals are having a huge impact on the NBA. They're bringing in so much money off of these TV deals. NBA has made it so where the players, the minimum games they can play to get any awards is 65 games. You want to know why? Because the guys that's running the networks is saying hey, your guys are sitting out on a national televised game and we are paying you guys big bucks. Y'all need to fix it. So they came up with a 65 game rule. Now the players are clapping back because it was that's not fair. How is that not fair? Y'all sitting out. Those guys are not making money and they paying y'all. So y'all have to play to get that money. For me, that's a major thing.
I think the 65 game rule was put in for incentives for these guys to play. We saw guys take advantage of it. We saw guys sitting out on big games that the league had already teed up. I just don't think that this generation of players understand that part of the business.
And yeah, the networks were upset, so the NBA decided players have to have a legit reason why they're not playing on a national televised game. There is nobody else to blame but the NBA players, cause those guys used to sit out all the time and nobody said anything. I don't feel bad for them one bit. This all stems from the league having to renew their TV deals that brings in more money. If you have players sitting out, the NBA has no leverage at all. What the NBA is trying to do is raise their price on their streaming right, and you can't do that with players sitting out. And the NBA is aiming to set the standard for all the leagues in the United States with this deal. So, is the money ruining the NBA? For the fans, yes. For the players, no. And of course not for the league. They want this. So, they're going to continue to make more money and more revenue than ever before, especially with the expansion of the league in the global market. It just sucks to be an NBA fan and have to go through all of this because we are not seeing the passion in the game that we used to see before. It really is a money thing, and what we really miss is a competitiveness. That is all we are asking for. I don't care how much money you guys make. I don't care about none of that. We just want to see you guys play competitive, and we are not getting that. And that's why you are losing so much engagement with the fans, because we can't see it. It's right in our face, but dang, y'all don't have to do us like that, for real. But yes, the purity of the game is just not there anymore. And it's kind of sad to see, as being a longtime NBA fan, that this is the way the league is going and there is really nothing that we can do about it. It's crazy. Even though we have some talks about the foreign players coming over and being more competitive, check out my video with Luka Doncic. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.